What's going on, my friends? Whew, Sunday. Just like, it's not, wasn't in my regular. I mean, the one thing that I was consistent about was partying back in the day, and to exercise every day for at least an hour and a half. It's a hard thing to get motivated for day in and day out, right? I mean, I'm seeing the results. I'm down to as of yesterday 241. When I started this journey a couple years ago, I was pretty close to 300. Well, by the time I started weighing myself, I was 285, 290. But I had already lost about 20, 30 pounds before then. Now, after exercising last year, then I kind of fell off in the winter. I gained back because I was down to about 255, 260, somewhere in there. And then I gained weight back up to about 260, 265. Like I was fluctuating between 260 and 265 just several months ago, right? Probably 2.5 months ago when I first really started hitting it hard again. And now I'm down to 241.6. Let's be honest here, right? But I'm seeing the results, doing push-ups and stuff. I mean, my shoulders are getting, stronger. I feel like I'm getting a little more maybe testosterone, natural testosterone, because I'm getting a little aggressive, as you can see from a couple of videos. but I'm trying to regulate that, and going out every day and exercising, whether I want to or not. Like today, I've been doing work at my shop, at my barbershop, painting, rearranging stuff, doing some repairs. And then, I got no AC in there right now. I got to put a new AC in. I just dropped that off at the shop this morning. And, so then after I'd be drenched in sweat, I'd come back here, change into, something dry, and then go work out for an hour and a half at least, sometimes. And then I go swimming after. Sometimes I'm swimming for a half hour. So, it's about 2 hours of exercise, but I count about an hour and a half. So you're talking, what's that? That's 3, 6, 9, right? Is that 3, 6, 9? So 10 and a half hours a week I'm exercising, at least, at the very least. And today, Sunday, family's not here. My daughter went up to Maine with some friends. Actually, my girlfriend and her daughters and the people, they went up to Maine today. So I'm here at the house by myself, Sometimes it's easier for me to be motivated when people are watching me, right? I'm a bit of a show off, so, which is weird, right? But to stay motivated, it's tough, When you don't see the daily results, it's tough, When you're not feeling it every day, it's tough to get out there. But you know what I mean? I got to shut that bitch voice off in my head, right? And then I go out, And I've said this before. I always regret not doing the exercise, right? Not putting in the work, not staying hard, right? And I never regret exercising, Don't get me wrong. Sometimes in the middle of it, I'm running up a fucking mountainous hill and it's all uneven and roots and rocks and mud and this and that and it's raining and bugs around and all that. Like, I'm like, oh, I should just, because, at the end of my hikes a lot of times and my runs, I jump in the water, and like yesterday, my first time around, I was like, oh man, I could really go for jumping in that water, But, I just pushed myself. And I was only going to do 2 rounds. And then I did 3 rounds. And then I was like, well, screw it. I'll do another round, And then, whatever. Cold therapy, all that stuff, It's just helping me so much. But, even when I know something is good for me, it is so hard for me to continue to do it a lot of time. Like, I know my breath work is really good for me. But there's days that I avoid it like the plague, There's days that I want to avoid exercising like the plague, But I do it anyway. I go, fuck it, Stop being a bitch. Get out there and get that fucking pussy out you, And that's what I do, And if it seems like I'm aggressive sometimes, if it seems like I'm trying to make people hate me, I don't talk. I'm not talking about anybody else. When I say, well, that's not true. But mostly, I'm talking about myself, I look myself in the mirror, I'm like, oh, you fat fuck, you know what I mean? People are like, oh, you shouldn't have negative self-talk. If I have positive self-talk, if I go, oh, well, you're beautiful anyway, you look at them, You know, like it keeps me from doing what I want to do, what I need to do, not even what I want to do. Because a lot of times what I want to do is sit around, eat fucking chocolate and cookies and cake and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? I want to have pasta and I want to have fucking pizza and all this shit, you know, that ultimately makes me feel like garbage, right? I mean, I'm feeling great. I'm almost 53 years old. I'm in better shape than I've been. You know, I'm slimming down here. I still got a little bit. My tire went from like one of those truck tires around my waist to now I got like a road bike tire, you know, and that's getting smaller. You know, I got these little ham hocks on the edge here, and those are getting smaller. I mean, noticeably small. I'm gonna get some pictures together. I'll post some pictures from when I started last year and then this year and onward, you know. But yeah, I mean, my motivation for the day, you know, sometimes, you know, I'm harsh when I talk about people that I love and people that I care about, you know, even if we haven't seen each other for years, when I see you, you know, complaining about your health and you know, things just aren't good and blah, 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 blah. But yet, nobody's doing anything about it, right? People get angry at me. I've lost friends because I'm harsh, you know. I'm harsh on myself. I'm the hardest on me. You know what I mean? If you gotta hate me and that motivates you, fucking hate away. Seriously, you know what I mean? But like, you know, I still love you. I want to see the best for you. I want to see the best for myself. I want to see where I can get to, what I can accomplish, you know. Now I'm running at least 1/3, if not, you know, half the trail that I've been hiking, you know. And it feels so much better. I mean, it doesn't feel all that great when you're doing it, you know what I mean? It's hard. My knees hurt, you know, my back hurts. You know, like today, my pinched nerve is acting up. My lower back hurts, you know. My knees are telling me, don't do it, you could take a day off. No, I can't. I can't take a day off. I didn't take a day off of fucking doing dope, right? I didn't take a day off of fucking drinking. I didn't take a day off of smoking cigarettes. I didn't take a day off of eating fucking sugar and freaking wheat and bleached flours and processed foods and prepackaged freaking Little Debbie's and this and that and yada, yada, yada. You know, I didn't take any days off of that. None. No days off from that. You know what I mean? In the joint, we used to have a saying like, you weren't worried about that on the streets, because people were like, oh, my kids, my mama. Motherfucker, you weren't worried about your kids and your mama when you were out running the streets smoking crack and doing dope. You know what I mean? Put that same fucking energy into improving yourself, you know? There's other things that I do, you know, reading, you know, I drink a gallon of water, at least a gallon of water a day, you know? I'm adding calisthenics, I'm adding some weightlifting, you know, all kinds of stuff. I'm trying to get my mental health together, you know, my mental fitness together. That's the most important thing. That was one of the things that I had to take care of first. I had to quit the drugs, I had to quit the booze, I had to put down the cigarettes, you know, all in little chunks. You know, I said, well, all I can do right now is quit fucking heroin, cocaine, crack, the fucking lying, the cheating, the stealing, the deception, the omitting facts. You know what I'm saying? You know, running, you know, so today's motivation is I can't be that guy anymore, you know, and if that makes somebody hate me, hey, you know, I'll be the hated one, you know, but I'm gonna live longer. I'm teaching my family through my actions rather than just my voice and my words. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be true to myself, and you know, if that hurts somebody's feelings, because I've been through it. I've been through it a lot. You know, I remember before I started on this journey, I really wanted to start. You know, I wanted to get out there. I wanted to walk down the street, but I was fucking embarrassed, right? Like, people are going to judge me by how fat I am, right? How sweaty I am, you know? And like, now I try not to make those judgments. I see people out there that are, you know, either morbidly obese or even overweight, and I see them fucking putting in the work every day. I drive down my road, I see the same people, you know, that started off walking, that were like 20, 30 pounds heavier a couple months ago, and I seen them walking up and up. We live on the mountain, so, you know, the road's pretty steep. And it's a serious workout coming up, you know, and now I see the guys jogging by, right? I see these women, you know, they started off big, rotund, you know, and now they're slimming down, you know, and they look healthy in the face, they look happy, they're smiling now, whereas before they looked like they were struggling, you know, and that's okay, man. If you gotta struggle physically and mentally to get healthy, that's okay, you know. The more work you put in, the more effort you put in today, the better it's gonna be for tomorrow, right? For tomorrow's today's, for real, you know. And 10-minute video, If you made it this far, like, subscribe, and share. Come on this journey with me, man. For real. I love you all. I really do, man. I love my followers, my subscribers, my supporters, you know, and my haters. I especially hate my haters. Yeah, you know, just hearing people talking behind my back at times, you know, and I've heard it, you know. I've been on the other side of the door and I hear some shit. And you know, I didn't want to be that person that nobody took seriously. You know what I mean? And yeah, so you got to get motivated, stay hard, get hard, make it fucking happen, man. You know what I mean? I'm noticing the difference. You know, like, I mean, I got more definition. You know, again, I'm slimming down. I feel healthier. I'm able to move easier. You know, my knees stopped giving out as much. I'm good to go. All right, everybody. You have a great weekend, man. Have a great summer. Get out there, man. The shit is free. Running's free. Walking's free. Push-ups are free. I started off barely being able to squeeze out 10 push-ups about a month and a half ago. Now I'm up to 60. You know what I mean? I know that's not a ton, but it's 60 more than I was doing before. I was doing none. And now I can do 60 a day. Well, I do 60 a day. And I push myself. You know, sometimes I get up to 65, 63, but I'm still, because I'm like, well, I definitely do 60. You know what I mean? I always underestimate, right? Because then when I get to that point, I'm like, damn, I fucking made this shit happen. Hey, everybody, have a great weekend. Peace.